After 8 weeks of intense rugby competition in the Horowhenua-Kapiti Union, today's grand final features the determined Maroon from Shannon taking on the might of the undefeated Rahui, who will be the champion of the 2020 Ramsbotham Cup.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Levin Domain for this, the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup 2020 for the Horowhenua-Kapiti Rugby Union. We are broadcasting live on Oriana TV in association with Umbrella Multimedia, Beach FM 106.3 and Beach FM Sport. I am Damien Collins here to bring you the play-by-play, and just like first week, my man Jason Gerbies, aka Chopper's back to call the colour.
Well, thank you, Damien, for the warm welcome. It's great to be here at Levin Domain and the penultimate, the grand final here. It doesn't get any better than this. This is what the teams play for all season, all throughout their careers, looking to be the champion of 2020.
Well, we have had a fantastic 8 weeks, and it comes down to just one more. It is Rahui taking on Shannon here at Levin Domain. Kickoff is at 3:30. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to talk to Horowhenua-Kapiti from Rahui right after these.
I'm Jacinda Thorne, and my daughter, who's now 10, started at Chelsea House in 2010, and my son, who's just turned 5, graduated Chelsea House recently and has just gone to school. We've been involved with Chelsea House for just over 10 years, and when we were first looking for a daycare centre in Kapiti, we immediately wanted to come to Chelsea House because it had such a good reputation. And right from that first day, they just gave us a sense of confidence and, you know, no panic, no stress, and we would drop her off in the morning and pick her up at night time, and she was a happy wee bubba. Because Chelsea House has been around for 20 years, it gives us an innate sense of confidence in the curriculum, the teachers and the systems and processes that they have in place. And whenever we arrive, there's always happy kids in the playground. You know, there's always something going on, and I think they use their experience and expertise to build on what they deliver every single year. And every single year we have been here, it's just got better and better. In the time we've been with Chelsea House, we've never had any issues with safety and security. It's been top notch every single year. There's always someone out there in the playground. There's always a huge range of kids out there and a number of teachers. It was really, really hard for us to leave. It almost became like part of our family. So if you're looking for a place that feels just like home, then Chelsea House is the place to come.
We're here with Horowhenua-Kapiti, better known as Hori from Rahui. Mate, we don't have you in commentary today, no. But you are going to be putting on the blue and red. Yeah. So how are you feeling, bro?
No, good. Hopefully the boys can get it done, and I'm just looking at the Shannon boys over there, and they look pretty ready, so yeah, they'll be on. Well,
8 from 8 so far. Has there been any talk about the undefeated streak of 2020? What's the talk been?
Yeah, I suppose so, but I just don't want to say anything. I've been here before 3 years ago, and we lost it. So, yeah, and then last year was a semi, so hopefully we can get through it today, yeah.
It's been a shortened season 2020 because of COVID-19. How do you think the season's been for the shortened competition?
Well, for me, it was awesome. I don't think I could go another 8 games, but all the boys are kind of really hitting the straps, and I think, yeah, hopefully today it's a bloody great day, isn't it? So, yeah, we'll be on. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, you are taking on a Shannon side that's been hitting their straps later in the competition. Of course, they toppled a tour last week by 1 point. What do you think you're going to see from that Shannon pack today?
Yep, about the same thing. No, those boys, we've played them twice this year, and we know what we're in for. So, yeah, those boys are, they're hard, especially that front row and that 8. So, yeah, no, it's not going to be a walkover, but we're going to give it a go, yeah.
No, 9 points in the first game, 7 points in the second game. How do you think you're going to shut down that back three, that young back three of Shannon that like to run all day?
Well, I don't think I'll be doing it, but one of them is lightning fast, but I don't know, I think those back 3 boys that we've got got some good old heads on them, and they've been in this position before, so yeah, hopefully that experience can kind of come through there. Yeah.
You guys have been the standout. You have set the benchmark. What are we going to see from you boys today?
I think because of the day, we're probably going to flick the ball a bit and probably give our coaches a few heart attacks, I think, behind the line. I don't know. We've trained and prepped really, really well this week, so everyone's on the same, we're dialed into what our shape's going to be like, so hopefully you might see some running rugby today, and that's the Rahui rugby, and that's Otaki rugby, so yeah. Yep.
Excellent, mate. Well, lastly, of course, COVID-19 has reared its ugly head again, which means that what should have been a very loud crowd right now at Levin Domain is quite quiet. Yeah. Obviously, we are streaming today, and I'm sure that a lot of supporters are going to be back at Otaki Domain supporting you guys. So any messages for the fans and the whānau back home?
Just to Otaki and to the whānau of Doyle and to Hami, yeah. So this year's been all about Hami and trying to do this for him. So, yeah, hopefully we can get it done for him. I don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, we're there, yeah.
Well, Hori, mate, thank you for your time again. I'm going to miss you up there, but enjoy being down here, mate. All the best.
Cheers, mate.
Hori Thompson, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with Cam Prouting from Shannon right after these.
Warm Pacific greetings. Welcome to Oriana TV. Oriana TV is a free-to-air television platform for programs and content about Pacific peoples. It's about our families, our communities, and our stories. If you have videos or content you would like to send us, email us at info@orianatv.com. Otherwise, visit our website for more information. Stay safe, and thank you for tuning in to Oriana TV.
We're here with Cam Prouting from Shannon, also HK Rugby Union. First time we've shared a camera together, actually. We've been sharing the airwaves for 4 years now. Mate, how are you feeling? Grand final day?
Yeah, feeling really good. Preparation's been a little bit mixed this week, but boys are excited to be here, get the final played, and yeah, we're really looking forward to it.
Awesome, mate. Well, it's been an interesting 2020, shortened season. From a perspective of not only Shannon but HK Rugby, how do you think the 2020 competition has gone?
Yeah, like you say, it's been shorter. I think the competition's been really tight. We can look at results, and even though Rahui haven't lost this year, I think the rest of the comp's been really tight. And I know I say it to you most Saturday mornings, but it's great to hear from a lot of the senior guys how close the comp is, how each week's a battle, and pretty much every week's a final, because the shortened season, you can't afford to drop too many.
Absolutely, mate. Well, you guys have been hitting your straps exactly when you need to be, mate. You toppled Tour last week 27-26. What was the key to that win in the semi-final?
I think our start, we started really well. We picked up the tempo at certain points of the game, and so yeah, we were able to really control that sort of first half. We scored early in the second, and then we defended pretty much the rest of that second half. So we done a lot of tackling, a lot of D. So yeah, we were pretty sore and pretty tired after. But yeah, our D held strong, and we're playing today, so it's really good.
You guys it's a great day for running rugby. You guys have a very exciting backlog backline led by your first five, Murphy. Your back three as well, Pape, Illisoni and Halls. They're going to be free-flowing rugby. You guys going to be looking to give them every opportunity today?
Oh, 100%. It's a beautiful day out here in Levin, so we'll be looking to get them some ball with a bit of space, hopefully, because they're electric and they can sort of make something out of nothing, and so we're going to be looking to play with a bit of width.
You guys have played them twice already. 9 points difference in the first game, 7 points difference in the next. They are undefeated, but we know grand final footy, anything can happen on the day. So what do you think you're going to see from Rahui today?
Yeah, I think they're going to use their backs, we think. So we're going to be trying to take them in the forwards and really muscle up early, and try and get some physical dominance early. Hopefully that can give us some front foot ball, and then we can get a bit of space to our backs out wide. But we know how they play. They do like to be on the front foot because they do have some really good backs, and so we just got to disrupt them in the forwards, and hopefully that sort of breaks their back line.
Fantastic. Well, lastly, mate, unfortunately, COVID-19 has reared its ugly head again, and we are here without any fans for the game, but we are live streaming, and Shannon, of course, be back at the club watching. So any messages for the fans and the whānau back home?
I just want to thank them for their support. Like this morning when we were at the club rooms before we come here, it was nearly packed, so there's already a good crowd watching. So Shannon, thank you for your support, not only today but this year. It's been massive, and hopefully we can bring it home for the community.
Well, mate, it's been an honour to share the airwaves with you this year, and now the camera, so go well, enjoy the final one, man.
Cheers,
all the best. Camera browsing from Shannon. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after these.
Once you get here, you'll feel the wairua, the spirit of Kapiti Island. You can expect a natural environment enhanced by manakatanga from our whānau. We have an assortment of cabins. We also have 2 glamping tents, which are very popular. Some people come here for the birds, some people for landscape, some people for the wairua, the spirit of this place. So it caters for all those needs, if you like. I invite all the local folk, especially, to come and experience what is here. So it's a pretty special place.
Welcome back to Levin Domain for the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup for 2020. This is an Oriana TV presentation in association with Horowhenua-Kapiti Rugby Union, Beach FM Sport, and Umbrella Multimedia. I'm Damien Collins, along with Jason Gerbies, aka Chopper. As we did week 1, right back where it all started at Levin Domain. Chopper, thank you for joining us for another go-around, just one more. How have you thought the competition's gone so far with what you've seen?
Well, I got to say, Damien, the Horowhenua-Kapiti competition this year in the Premier Grade has simply been outstanding. The COVID-shortened season of 7 round-robin matches before getting to the semi and the final has proved a charm. It's made the teams play harder. Every single point, every single minute, every single moment is counted, and that's made for an outstanding competition.
Yes, we have seen upsets, we have seen last-minute wins, we have seen it all here in the 2020 competition. As you've mentioned, COVID-19 has shortened the season. Now we're talking about it again. Unfortunately, there is no fans here allowed to spectate this grand final, but we have heard already from people all over the place supporting their teams.
Yes, indeed. And let's give a great shout out to all the spectators that have tuned in for the live stream today for this grand final. Great to have you along. I hope you're getting comfortable. We know these are great viewing platform organised at the Shannon Rugby Club over there. They are turning out in their droves. And of course, in Otaki, they're at the sponsors bar. A couple of the homes the families have got together. Well, we welcome you to the telecast. We hope you enjoy the game today.
Thank you for joining us wherever you are. Well, Rahui, top seed, undefeated. What do you think the key's been to their season so far?
Well, I'm talking to a couple of the players before the match here. They've been talking about being one of the best seasons I've ever been involved in. And they've played outstanding. Their forward pack has been dominant. Their back line has been outstanding. And they seem to score from every quadrant of the paddock. So that's been outstanding for them. But not only that, the key thing for them, they tell me, is the team unity. What it's like in the changing room, what it's like on the playing field, what it's like back in the club rooms.
I've been hearing that as well, Chopper. The team community that they've got, but they've also had some standouts leading by example and dragging everybody up with them. We can't go past one of the co-captains, the number 8, Joel Winterburn. He's actually been a bit of an inspiration for the boys this year. Well,
he has been indeed, as you see Shannon warming up on the field there. Yeah, Winterburn at number 8, and of course the other co-captain in the first 5, Manga. They have been outstanding, being able to work together and work in tandem. One looks after the forward, one looks after the back. But when the tough decisions need to be made, they seem to talk to each other, communicate, and come up with the right decision.
Well, another 2 good combinations that the Rahui side have is their halfback, Leon Allison and Manga. Leon Allison, of course, from the Allison clan. McCarty said on the interview on Beach FM this morning that he's just thankful that Leon married an Otaki girl and commended her on her pick, because he has really been a difference for this Rahui side in his debut 2020.
Well, he's interesting to watch when you get to see the halfback for Rahui. He's outstanding with the ball. He's super quick. He tends to come off the back of the scrum. The number 8 will feed him the ball with some distance and some space. And boy, oh boy, does he capitalise. His vision, I think, is one of his exceptional parts of his game as well. He kick for the corner, kick for territory, or run at the line.
McCarty Wilson was the name I was thinking of. Sorry about that, bro. Well, one person we saw last week in that semi-final at Otaki Domain, number 5 was playing his 50th game, Sam Gibson. He seemed to be everywhere, and I don't think it was just because he was playing his 50th. He was playing exactly like a tight forward had, but in the loose, being ball in hand. I think he was a standout last week, but I might be biased being a lock myself.
Well, I don't blame you, but you're right. Sam Gibson, an outstanding lock for Rahui. I talked to him before the match as well. He said it's been a primo season. Those were his words. But he says they are up for the big challenge from Shannon today.
Absolutely. Another name that was mentioned a lot of times last week was the right winger, number 14, Jack Tatu Robertson. He's got a big fan club in Sweden, but he's also got a big fan club around this region.
Well, he sure does indeed. And remember that Robinson, he's got a dual role as well. Not only attacking winger on the left side there, but he also has the kicking duty. So he's got a 2-pronged attack to him, and he normally responds to the pressure.
Yeah, we have Lewis Marshall in at centre. He was bracketed. I haven't heard of any changes at the moment, but that centre field combination of Osborne Marshall has really been one of those 1-2 punches in this competition.
Well, that's what you need, isn't it? You've got to work together, and the spine of the backline's always key. So having that second 5 centre, being the 1-2 punch, not just on offence, but also in defence.
Well, Rahui have all the inspiration that they need today. They have gone undefeated to get to here. Of course, these 2 teams have played each other. 9 points difference in the first game, 7 points difference in the second game. But this one, grand final day, everything to play for.
Well, it is indeed. That was back on round 2 and round 5 in the round robin part of the competition. But as you've mentioned a little bit earlier today, Shannon have found a way forward. They lost to Tor in the round robin, I think it was round 4, but then they beat Tor in the semi-final last week. They are ready to play at this grand final.
I'm glad you brought up Shannon, because it is time to talk about them. Let's talk about the back 3 to start with. Ilisoni Rahihi, our man of the match for that first game, but of course we gave it to Makaari Halls because we had the wrong number. But Sean Pape at the back line, I think those three at the back line, if you give them a bit of an inch, they might be the difference maker for Shannon today.
Well, there's a lot of talk about Shannon's forward domination throughout the years of Shannon rugby, that's for sure. But this exciting back line, the young first five as they go through there, and you mentioned the back three, Rahui, Pape and Halls, man, the thing with youth, it's exuberance, it's unexpected, and that's what they do when they get the ball. You might think, oh, he should chip or kick for the line or whatever. No, he'll back himself or he'll do something different, and that makes the back three from Shannon super exciting.
Well, you've mentioned Oriana Murphy, you've mentioned youth, just 19 years old, steering the ship in the 10 jersey. To me, he has been a key and a difference maker for the Shannon side in 2020.
Well, you're right. Only 19 years of age is Oriana Murphy, and I got a chance to catch up with him before the game. I says, mate, how you feeling? Chill.
Chill.
That's it. I'm chill. And that's it. And I said, well, you know, what's your thoughts on what your role is today, you know, about making an impact? Says, no, all I've got to do, Chopper, is do my role, and that's it. I've filled the ball to the team, look for the space, and chill.
And chill. Well, that is some of the names to watch in the back line. Of course, 13 Jared Deal is the real deal as well. But let's go to the forwards now. You can't look past the inspirational captain, another number 8, Logan Broughton. I think that man only knows one way.
Well, you'll hear Logan Broughton's name mentioned a lot through the telecast today because he's involved with almost every single play. He plays a full 80 minutes and he's involved a lot because he leads from the front.
Absolutely. Well, another pairing to watch for that Shannon side is the 4 and 5. Of course, I'll go back to the locks. Dallas Wiki, Isaac Larissy. It's going to be won or lost in the forwards today. But, you know, bread and butter is your lineouts, and I see them doing their lineouts now. They're looking good so far.
Well, it is indeed, and the Shannon boys normally have a lot of tall timber, and those two boys, Larissy and Wiki, are nothing short, that's for sure. So they will be outstanding in the lineup. So does Rahui, so I'm really looking forward to seeing that contest of the tall jumpers.
Well, that is just some of the names that you are going to hear in this telecast today on Oriana TV for the Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final. Let's take a look at the team list that is starting the Grand Final of the 2020 Ramsbotham Cup. Let's kick it off with the top seed, Rahui. They are undefeated in 2020, wearing the 1 jersey. In at prop, Zach third. Wearing the 2 jersey, playing hooker, Pahodi Ropo-Ama third. Wearing the 3rd jersey, playing prop, is David McLaren. The locks, as we've already mentioned, in the 4 jersey, Dallas Wiki. And wearing number 5 is Isaac Larissy. Wearing 6, the blindside flanker, ex-New Zealand Heartland under-19s, is Moses Pearce. The veteran 100-plus caps wearing the 7 jersey is Todd Shields. And that captain, that inspirational number 8, is Logan Broughton.
Well, starting halfback today for the boys from Shannon will be TJ Oliver. He's been outstanding. He didn't start at halfback in the very first match, but he did afterwards, and he has not let go of that position. Oriana Murphy will get the start at first 5. Jackson Tagavaitai will be at second today. Jared Dill, you mentioned, he punches a lot of holes, the centre for Shannon. It'll be Makaari Halls in 14 jersey, Ilisoni Rahui in 11, and Sean Pape will be at the back and fullback.
The reserves for Rahui, wearing the 16 jersey, is Vince Huinui. Number 17, Navarone McLeod-Jones. Wearing 18 will be Carlos Third. 19, Sonny Woodmass. Number 20 will be Dylan White. Number 21, Thane Aparori. And wearing the 23 jersey, Big Cam Prouting. Let's take a look at the starting. That was the reserves. Sorry for Shannon. My apologies. We will have your starting lineup for Shannon now. Wearing, of course, we've done them all back to front. We'll do Rahui now. Wearing the 1 jersey is Hayden Rasmussen. Wearing the 16 jersey, playing hooker, will be Moko Cooper. Wearing 3, Hayden O'Callaghan. Wearing 4, Nagaronga Shelby Rickett. Wearing the 5 jersey, Sam Gibson. Wearing 7, Tariki Peniha. Wearing 6, Kanahi Doyle Manga. And number 8, the captain, co-captain actually, Joel Winterburn.
Well, the first five is Leon Allison. The fly half is Leon Allison. He's simply outstanding. 31-year-old, debuted at 2020 from Mana College. Is Allison simply outstanding? Tikanga Manga is the first five today for Rahui. Mayanaya Osborne will be starting at second five, and Lewis Marshall will be in the centre role today. They are simply outstanding, those two men together. It'll be Jack Tatu Robinson, the goal kicker, and a 14 jersey. At 11 will be Morehu Connor Phillips at the back. At fullback today, the man who likes to back himself and run from all parts of the field is Levi Kemp. Reserves today for Rahui will be Hadley Gardner in the 18 jersey. Kahura Cameron in 17. Taraiti Donahi will be in the 2 jersey, the replacement hooker. Joshua Hoeks will be in the 19. Hori Thompson, with the interview earlier, he's in the 20 jersey coming off the bench. Toddy Eriha will be in 21. And Hamish Buick rounds out the substitutes for Rahui in 22.
That is your 22 for our grand finalists here at Levin Domain. I'm getting all flustered. I'm so excited here. I can't wait for kickoff. But as we mentioned before, no crowds. It's dead silent before the storm.
Yeah, yes, it is. But you know what? I think the players will create the energy today, and we'll hear all of that noise coming from on the field. I'm really looking forward to seeing these players. With no crowd, we'll get to hear a little bit more of what that contact, what that banter is like as the game goes on. That should be exciting to hear for sure.
Very, very exciting. Well, don't be shy wherever you are around the world watching this Oriana TV presentation. Drop us a line in the comments. Let us know where you are, and we'll give you a shout out during the game. Chopper, it is grand final. We have number 1 seed taking on number 4 seed, but it's anyone's game on grand final day, isn't it?
It sure is, Damien. It's all about the now and about moments. And I got a chance to catch up with the head coach for Rahui, and of course, he was saying, Slade Sturmey, that firstly, it's about those moments we were just talking about. Now, he was in the starting lineup for the last time Rahui won the premiership in 2011. Guess what? He set up the run that passed the ball to Peneha, that passed the ball to the young fella that scores the winning try. So this week, in training this week, getting the boys mentally ready, he talked about moments and grasping those moments and making them your own, and he can do that from his past history.
Absolutely. Well, it is a game of moments. It's a game of inches played on a 100-metre field. We are excited about this one. The referees have come out onto the field, and they are all set for this one.
Match referees today. The assistant ref will be Mike McNamara, who will be the first assistant. The other sideline judge will be Matt Clark. And in the centre today will be Sam Thompson. I caught up with him before the match because, you know, the players, they play all season to get into a grand final. Well, so do the referees, right, to try and get that allocation. And Sam was saying that it's the pinnacle of the season for him, the man from Lower Hutt. It's really looking forward to today's contest.
Yep, we saw Sam earlier on in the rounds when we were featuring at Te Aotearoa Park with the tour encounter, but he is back here getting the honours for the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup. Well, we are moments away here, ladies and gentlemen. Live action coming to you from Levin Domain. It is Rahui taking on Shannon. Rahui going from left to right on your screen wearing the blue and red. Shannon going from right to left wearing the maroon. Chopper, final thoughts before we have the kickoff.
Well, Damien, we know today's grand final will be played between Rahui and Shannon. It'll physically be played here at Levin Domain, but emotionally, it'll be played at the intersection of heartbreak and emotion. This is the grand final of the 2020 Ramsbotham Cup. Baby, let's get it on.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. We are almost underway. Arona Murphy is the man in the middle wearing the 10 jersey with the ball in hand. He is going to have the kickoff here to do the honours to get us underway. I am excited. I don't know if you can hear it, but I definitely am. It is grand final time. We started here at Levin Domain just 8 weeks ago. This is the 9th and it is grand final time. It's an absolute honour to bring you grassroots rugby to wherever you are watching it. We are in for an absolute blinder here at perfect conditions here at Levin Domain. Sam Thompson in the middle will check both teams to get them underway, and the whistle. Murphy with the kickoff. He goes to the right and he kicks it right into the 22. The first hit up, crunched. They set and go right through Winterburn. Rahui with the first possessions here. Leon Ellison with the box kick over top, and Rahui have regathered. Ilisoni Rahihi just misjudging the bounce there. But Rahui marching on towards the halfway with their 5th possession of the opening encounter. Through the hands in the back line. Levi Kemp up, he'll get a run. Takes it to ground. Backed up through Rahui. They're in Shannon territory now. Leon Ellison standing at first receiver. Gets it off to Doyle Manga, who takes it to halfway. Still playing halfback is Manga, but the Rahui back set for running rugby today. And they're in the Shannon half. They made a great gain of about 30 metres, but with the tackle will go into touch. And with the opening passage of play lasting almost a couple minutes, I think that just shows signs of what Rahui are going to show us today.
Well, Rahui, look at them. If you haven't seen them play a footy this season yet, that's all their game right there. It is action, action, action. Next phase after next phase, they just do not stop.
Well, the line out a little bit messy here from Shannon, but they did regroup and have cleared it downfield. Levi Kemp, he will take a run, goes right up through the middle into contact, and they'll set up just outside of halfway in Shannon territory. Allison goes left, gets it up to the open side. Peniha, who will take a couple metres with it. They go right again through Duamanga back up. He'll have another run, gets a few metres there. But with the support of Rahui, they've regained. Tiakina Manga in to tidy it up a bit for Rahui, but they go again through the back line. Peniha gets himself involved again. Phase after phase so far from Rahui, using the ball. And they're coming up to the 22 of Shannon now, with that 1-2 punch coming off the side. Quick ball from Ellison, gets it off to Manga, who whips it wide to Kemp. He's got Connor Phillips on the outside. He's going to go stepping onside, and he will go over for the opening try. The referee's just checking it. No, he's called a forward pass. Game of angles here. Probably should have been watching the screen like you guys. But the action right in front of me looks too good to miss. So referee Thompson will go back to the penalty for offside play, and it looks like Rahui will get a kick at goal to open this one about 25 metres out.
We're going to be impressed with the work from 6 and 7 for Rahui here, Doimanga and Peneha, just recycling that ball so quick. And the problem with that for Shannon is they're not able to set their defensive line at this point. That's why they're caught offside there. They're going to have to get in there, Shannon, get in there and slow that player the ball down in the ruck if they're going to have any chance in defence against this hot-running Rahui side today.
Well said, Chopper. There's only so much you can tackle, and if you're tackling against speed that is being cleared that quick, no.
11 degrees Celsius locally here, not a breath of wind in the sky. Sun setting to the right of the screen here today. That will come into play at some stage.
Well, number 14 taking the kicking duties today. Jack Tatu Robertson gets the first 3 points of the afternoon. And with almost 5 minutes gone here at Levin, Rahui lead 3 to Shannon's 0. Murphy back to halfway with the kickoff. That left foot goes shallow this time, setting it up for his running forwards going forward. But Rahui have regained it and lost it. Shannon with the counter attack now. Take it to ground inside the Rahui territory. Clearance from TJ Oliver. Logan Broughton with his first touch of the game. The number 8 only knows one way. Getting it off to Dallas Wiki now, who have a run. The lock forward. He'll be busy all game. Oliver goes right again. Broughton pops it up to Tangavata, who sets 10 metres out from the 22. Another phase. Shannon still have. They're going left and right again. Oliver goes left again. Aruna Murphy pops it up to Deal. He'll go to ground, but not Howard will get another metre. Now, the back's in there to protect him. Oliver set. Gets it off to McLaren. He's still up. He'll get another couple metres, the big prop. But it goes to ground and they've lost it. It has bounced back on the Rahui side. They get it up to Leon Ellison, who'll kick it downfield. But Ilisoni Rahihi back to make the clearance. Gets it off to, I don't know, Murphy, who is shut down inside the 22, and it will be carried back. Shannon not fast enough back in numbers. Rahui up in numbers. Are putting Shannon on the back foot already. But TJ Oliver does the box kick, clearing it downfield. But Leon Ellison's back there. He will link up with the open side Peniha. They're at the 22 now. Being pushed back, but it still looks like it's Rahui's ball. And it is. Up to Sam Gibson. Getting involved already. They whip it wide. Shelby Rickett back out there, who links up with Lewis Marshall wearing the 13 jersey. They're inside the 22. Big run! And he's going right through the middle. Does Doyle Manga, who tries to link up. But it looks like Rahui still have it. Lewis takes it in. Connor Phillips there to protect him. They slow it down to now Rahui. Co-captain Munga's in there, who pops it up to Allison, who makes a crash. Throwing himself in there like a forward. Oh, the intercept.
Taka Vital.
He's guessing he's at the halfway. He's still guessing it. Will he get the legs? They look to be slowing down, but caught is Tatu Robertson. The winger gets back, and Rahui have turned this. Tangavata with the intercept and runs at least 60 metres, but tackled by Jack Tatu Robertson. And the ball has turned over. But what an exciting opening play that we've had from both teams now.
Well, end to end, isn't it? Jackson Tagavaital almost goes the distance. You see him coming back with the teapots out there. Man, what an intercept and what a timely time to get Shannon off the hook on their try line there. Rahui trying to impose a threat. Boy, they took about moments. Tagavaital with just about a moment right there.
Well, it showed early there, Chopper, that nobody can make a mistake today. They are just going to pounce and make you march a few metres back.
Jackson Tagavaital, representative for the Turbos and many other representatives, won plenty of premierships, so he is the key man in the back line when it comes to composure and experience, that's for sure.
Rahui win the line out now. They get it out through Allison to Osborne. Osborne gets into open space. Outside their 22 now. Allison goes back right. Gets it to Shelby Wickett. Allison will go left. Gets his forwards involved. Trying to get another crash bang going, but they'll get a metre out of it. Allison looks left, but goes right through Manga, who will kick it towards Ilisoni Rahihi, who's back for Shannon, who takes it cleanly with a little step. He beats the tackler, gets it up to Jared Deal, who chips it back inside. Shannon get the bounce and the opening try here at Levin Domain for the Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final. And Chopper, what have we just seen? Do not take your foot off the pedal with either of the teams, because they will make you pay with any mistakes that you make.
Well, outstanding, isn't it? And that was something that came out of nothing there. Ilisoni Rahihi back on his haunches. You see them handing high fives out left, right and centre. Well, it's you, Mr. Rahihi, deserves the high fives. Gets on his heels, finds a gap and just accelerates off a starting spot there. And then the Benji Marshall out the back door sets it up for the chip kick in the middle. And it is Shannon that score first here on the grand final.
Well, if you remember our first broadcast, week 1, right here at Levin Domain, Shannon taking on College Old Boys. Ilisoni Rahui, wearing the wrong jersey on that day, got our man of the match because every time he touched the ball, he did things like that, beating the first or second tackler and linking up with the supporting man. And just like that, Shannon will lead this one 7-3.
Well, that's what we talked about, this young back three, or back line, really, for the Shannon squad, that they are youthful, they're unexpected. And with unexpected comes excitement.
Absolutely. Well, Allison gets us underway here. Shannon take the kickoff, and penalty has been awarded from referee Sam Thompson. No advantage being called there. So Oriana Murphy will step up for clearance. That left foot on the left side of the field.
I'll tell you what, this one has been played at pace here through the first 11 minutes, Damien, and the team that's got good fitness, we get especially to the back end of the first half and the second half especially, you know, that's going to prove dividends. The one thing going for Shannon at that point, they've got a healthy stock of army guys in the team. They are super fit.
This is very two-tropper. We have seen Shannon go the full 80 and close out people in the last 10 minutes, and that's exactly what you got to do, especially on finals footy. Well, Rahui have possession now. They're up to the halfway. Allison goes left. Gibson gets it off to his locking partner, Shelby Rickett. They set up 10 metres in Shannon territory. They go again through Moko Cooper, the hooker getting himself involved. Big Hayden O'Callaghan in middle of the field. Takes it in, but there is a penalty being called. Sam Thompson not liking what he's seeing. Calls over the captain, Logan Broughton.
I like the way that Thompson officiates, Damien. He will make his mark maybe early on in the match, but he's calm and collective.
Well, the kick out didn't go, and Shannon, through their fullback, Sean Pape, will bring it up to halfway, almost there with Oliver at halfback. Gets it off to his forwards. Logan Broughton, the number 8, will take it in midfield. They go back left through Oliver. Jared Deal looks to throw the dummy kick, but takes it in. Inching towards that halfway is Shannon. Phase after phase, left to right. And no advantage being played from the referee.
Well, you can see the game plan from Justin Pape, head coach for Shannon. I spoke to him before the match here that he wanted possession was the key, discipline and belief. This team hasn't won a premiership before in its history, Shannon. So it's about this team, not about history, not about past. If they do their roles correctly today, stay composed, should take care of itself, the result.
Well, 101 years of Shannon rugby have started well here, leading this one with 14 minutes to gone. 7-3. Shannon with the throw-in. Todd Shields is the throw-in for Shannon, but it's taken by Shelby Rickett for Rahui, and making the crash in the middle is Osborne. Links up with the pop pass, but they have regathered, so Rahui, no. Penalty being called by Sam Thompson. Holding on is the call. Didn't release quick enough. And we are at 100 miles per hour already. Oriana Murphy with the clearance. Easily this time.
Well, we talked about the game plan from Shannon, Damien. I spoke to Slade Sturmey about his game plan coming to this. You know what? It's almost a carbon copy. Be strong up front first. Keep the ball, create space for the backs.
Well, keep it simple is a motto in a lot of rugby teams. Todd Shields to throw in again. The open side flanker for Shannon. last one not so good with Shelby Rickett using that tall timber to get up and steal the ball. Shannon with momentum here. They get it off. Oliver up to broad in midfield. Murphy. Tangavato. Brought in again. Looping around. Crash bang in the 22 line. They set up both sides here. And they go left. Dallas Wiki will take it in. And doesn't release quick enough with Rahui all over. And Shannon losing possession here with Rahui being awarded the penalty. And I think just after that exciting first opening stanza, it's just slowed down a little bit, just taking the moments to suck in the breath. But they want to get a hold of these penalties that are going left, back and forth.
You did right, Damien, but I tell you who's standing out for Rahui to start this one. It's the number 3 prop, Hayden O'Callaghan. He's been amongst everything. You see him at the back of the line out here. Untraditional spot for the big prop, but man, he can run.
Well, Shelby Rickett goes up and wins it. Rahui crash in midfield through Osborne. Allison doesn't get it out because Shannon are all over him. Well, they've turned it over here. They've gone left. Jared Deal, he will link up to Makaiti Halls, who isn't held in the tackle, will get an extra metre. About a couple metres out from Rahui's 22. They'll go again through Dallas Wiki. Well inside the 22 now. They go right. Murphy, brought in, does the step, takes it in. They reset now. They go back left. Dallas Wiki takes a big hit from O'Callaghan, but keeps on going. Oliver goes right. Through Zach third, wearing the 1 jersey today. Oliver right again. Murphy sells the dummy, gets it wide. Ilisoni, Rahihi. I thought every time that boy touches the ball, they go left again. Dallas Wiki, busy has been the lock forward in this one early. Oliver sets again. Goes left through McLaren. All the forwards putting their hand up for a run today. They go back right through Captain Broughton, who gets the pop. Gets it out to Ilisoni Rahihi, who steps back in. And he is taken. But they pick and go. Shannon, with all the momentum here, pick and go again. Inching forward. They're 5 metres out from the Rahui try line. But have turned the ball over. And it will be a penalty awarded to Rahui. But Shannon now, with possession and momentum, are using it to their advantage.
Well, good composure from Shannon there, just trying different tactics of getting across the advantage line. But you've got to take your head off to Rahui's defence, staying sturdy and steadfast. Both teams not wanting to give away the error.
Well, both teams not looking to give each other anything in this one. Both of the seesaw battle in the first 20. We've got a line out through one through Shelby Wicket. They get it out as they inch closer to that 10-metre mark coming up to halfway. Rahui with the possession. Looks like they're slowing it down now, but they go left. Allison, the general at the back. Shannon trying to shut him down, but Rahui will keep it. Shelby Wicket in the back line again. They go back left through Sam Gibson. Oh, with the break and the pop through from Osborne to Marshall. Marshall will get a few metres for Rahui, that's for sure. And they're coming up to the 22. Rahui, ball in hand, talking to each other out there. And another penalty has been awarded from Sam Thompson. Going back a few metres for the original infringement. And Leon Ellison will step up to kick it out. But through 4 or 5 phases there, Chopper. Rahui gaining the better part of 50 metres to march Shannon back down the field. And here they are to set up shop in the 22 with the feed in to the line out.
Well, it's about holding the ball, isn't it? And then certain players will make momentum and make meters. Mania Osborne at centre has been simply outstanding with the ball in hand. I spoke to him before the game. He said the Wairua is strong.
Well, the line out is strong at the moment because Rahui have taken it in and gained a few metres. They're up to the 5 metre just before the try line. Allison sets his back, gets it up to Osborne. Marshall's there with him to protect the ball. Allison goes right again. No advantage being played for offside from Shannon. And about 15 metres out from the try line, they could have a shot at goal at this one. Sam Thompson just blowing the whistle, has a quick corridor with the number 8 and captain Logan Broughton.
Well, it's a fast-moving match. Both teams are obviously trying to shut down this offense that seems to be just pushing and pushing each other to the limit here. A few penalties, of course, and that's just coming from all of that pressure, isn't it?
Well, it's going to be a day of pressure from both teams because it is a grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup 2020. It's an absolute honour to bring you all the play-by-play here at Levin Domain live on Oriana TV in association with Beach FM Sport and Umbrella Multimedia. Thank you for joining us wherever you are around the world, ladies and gentlemen. We are stoked to have you here with us for this grand final here between Rahui and Shannon. Tatu Robertson steps up and drills another 3 points. And Rahui will claw this one back to be within 1 with 22 minutes gone. Shannon 7, Rahui 6.
Well, Damien, with 22 minutes gone in the match here, we have seen a good contest up front. And we've seen a good contest with pressure. I think today's game is set up well. Both game plans are similar. Hold on to the ball to apply the pressure. Seems to be working. This one, I don't know if you could pick it this early, that's for sure.
I don't even think I would try there, Chopper. We're underway again with Oriana Murphy with the kickoff. They get it up to Penny Hart, who will crash it in midfield. They go left and with the chop inside. And I think that was Doyle Manga getting himself involved again. Hayden O'Callaghan. No, that was Rasmussen. Another Hayden. Rahui with all the ball now. They're going left, going right. Going to push Shannon back. But their backs have gone deeper now, so it might be a running move here. Manga gets it in midfield, and they're up to the 10-metre mark. 10 metres out from halfway. They will keep on pushing Shannon back as they inch forward. Another phase for Rahui. They'll go left again. Allison just being the little general that he is, seeing everything that anyone else isn't seeing. Osborne crashes. They're getting closer to the halfway now. Manga will whip it back the other way, where Rasmussen gets involved again. Manga whips it wide, skip pass, but he gets it over to Tatu Robson, who shows some wheels, and he'll get well inside the Shannon territory now. Ball popped inside with the forward running through, but just couldn't get the hands to it. And referee playing advantage on the knock-on. Ilisoni Rahihi does a little dance and gets it off to Broughton, who gets a few more metres. And Shannon, I think they still have the advantage, are creeping forward towards the halfway. Oliver gets it wide to Murphy. Murphy kicks it away, knowing that they've got the advantage. And they'll go back to the original infringement, which was the knock-on. And Shannon will get the feed to the scrum, 10 metres out from the halfway.
Well, I tell you what, it was Tiariki Peniha, the open side flanker for Rahui, with a charge onto that ball. If he could have held on to it, you never know how far he would have gone. But Shannon have taken their opportunity, got the ball back here, and now able to march down the field with a penalty.
We are seeing a seesaw battle here. You're either in the Shannon territory or you're in the Rahui territory. But it is great back and forth footy here early in the...
As we come to the line out here, big number 4, Narongo Shelby Rickett. Of course, that's the brother of the famous netballing sister, Te Paia Shelby Rickett from the mainland Tactics.
Well, height definitely runs in the family. Crashed in at centre field from Lewis Marshall. He'll go halfway. Up in attack is co-captain Joel Winterburn. He will get Rahui inside that Shannon territory. They go left again through Allison. And Doyle Manga up wearing the 6 jersey, getting physical, or it might have even been 16. Moko Cooper. Yeah, it was, because there's Doyle Manga now. Takes it to ground, secures it. Manga in there to play halfback. Everybody throwing themselves at this one. Rasmussen. Allison to feed the backs. Manga gets it off. Tatu Robertson gets a glimpse, but the foot goes out. And the assistant touch judge, well, Shannon are playing quick here. Murphy, Jared Deal, slows down and steps around everyone. But he's still got the ball and stands up in the tackle. But he's taken over, but the referee hasn't called it. No, the flag is out from the assistant. Deal plays halfback. Gets it up to Ropara third. Oliver in there to play halfback now. Gets it off to Deal, who links up through the back Pape, but back to no advantage being played by the referee for the knock-on that Pape just did. But the referee had his flag out. So touch judge Cluck and Thompson we'll have a quick talk now. Well, Thompson, after talking to the assistant touch judge, has called over back both captains now. The both number 8s, Joel Winterburn, Logan Broughton.
Damien, I got a chance to listen to the referee there talking to Doyle Manga. No arms in the tackle. He said, look, that's one from each side now, captains. Let's settle it down and play good footy.
Well, tip of the cap, Sam Thompson, for giving us your wireless so we can listen to those calls. Well, penalty to Shannon. No arms in the tackle. You heard it here. We are wired into our referee for those exact moments. And Arana Murphy steps up for the clearance. And they are 5 metres away from the 10-metre line. Inside Rahui territory, where Shannon will get the feed to this one. And it looks like Zach Third's going to have a go at throwing in for this one. Well, the fake at the front looks like they're going, no. Yep, they are going middle. Very messy from Shannon, though. And Rahui have won this one through Pennyhart. They are close to the halfway now. Allison goes left. Sam Gibson, lock forward in there, ready for another run. Back right now through Manga. Connor Phillips gets it inside to Cooper, who will set up. Allison in there playing half. Gets it up to Pennyhart. It's been busy, the open side flanker. Allison cracks it back inside through Levi Kemp. Which the ball has been turned over from Shannon. And they go through TJ Oliver. Gets a few metres and tries to link up with the fullback Sean Pape coming through, but doesn't. But Jared Deal seems to clean it up. Ilisoni Rahihi takes the tackle and gets the offload. So Shannon inside Rahui territory now. using the ball through three hands, have set up inside Rahui territory. I don't know, Murphy sees the gap back and he kicks for the corner, and with absolute precision from the young fella, remember, chilled before the game, finds the corner, and another line out for more pressure to be put on. Chopper, what are we seeing?
Well, we're seeing great pace, aren't we? And it's good to see that the young fly half from Shannon, with ice in his chilled veins, just analysing the situation. We've played a lot of footy, a lot of phases at this point. Let's get deep in the red zone here for Rahui, see if we can't force an error and capitalise.
Well, Rahui will get the feet to this line out. Murphy back, so is Pape, so is Rahui. Rahui, with the win on the line out now, will march it forward to put Shannon on their back feet, but they've turned it over through a penalty.
Just the error they were looking for, wasn't it, for Shannon? Possession now deep in the red zone.
Well, we've seen a lot of possession get inside that 22, and then just an error or a penalty, it has switched the ball over. That, with the precision kick to Murphy, they've ended up winning a penalty inside the 22, and because it is finals footy and you're 1 point ahead, they're going to go for the penalty.
Well, Hogs, split decision there, wasn't it? The young fly half saying, "What do I do, Captain?" Broughton, he loves to run the ball, mate. It's the way he plays the game. And just for a moment there, I thought they were going to kick for the line and go at Rahui. But they're going to take the secure points first. It's a tight match. It's tight decisions.
Everything is important today. There is no tomorrow. We are at grand final time and we have under 10 minutes left in the first half. We've seen a tight battle here in the first half so far. A lot of back and forth possession. Shannon leading this one 7-6. But Iceman Murphy up to kick. And as I said, the young fella with a veteran head drills the 3 points, and that will extend the lead by just 4 points. So Shannon 10, Rahui 6.
Well, Oriana Murphy, cool, calm, collective to kick it to the corner and hope for the error. His forward pack creates the error on Rahui, and then he capitalises. Difficult kick, but he made it look easy.
He did indeed. Well, we've had the kickoff, which is a little bit messy now. It appears that Rahui have... No, Shannon have got the ball here. No, Rahui have turned the ball over here. Shelby Rickett. That's all right. Sam Thompson saw something. Knock on is the call after that mess. And it looks like Shannon will get the feed to this scrum. 5 metres out from the halfway. No, he's...
Good communication, Damien, from McNamara Clark and, of course, referee in the middle here, Thompson, communicating with through their, obviously, communication devices they've got on there, and just letting him know there was a double knock on. Come back and settle.
And that's why you got the earpiece chop. Well, Rahui will get the feed inside Shannon territory. They have all the backs to the right now. Allison, back to Munga. Up is Kemp. He'll take it into contact. Takes a couple tacklers with him as well and pops it back to Allison, who gets it off to Osborne, who will draw in a couple tacklers himself. Allison.
Forwards here to set it up.
Doyle Munga will go crashing over the player. Didn't look like he intended to tackle him. He just intended to make him fall over him. And that will see a yellow card. And Roporama, third. The hooker will take a break for 10 minutes, or at least the rest of the first half. And Shannon down to 14 players.
Well, in fairness to hooker Pahone Ropoama, the third, Remember, we've had a couple of penalties with no arms in the tackle, and the referee warned them for that. So, not that was completely intentional on that shot, but because of those early penalties, he's paying the price, and we'll get 10 minutes on the side.
Well, Jack Tatu Robertson will step up. The right winger has scored the only points for Rahui today, with just 4 points behind on the scoreboard. 35 metres out in front of the goalposts. And it hits the upright pad, bounces off. Shannon will tidy up. They will set right in front of their goalposts. On defence here, they get it out through Deal, who puts it onto the right foot. And it goes straight out.
Yeah, Deal's going, excuse me, can I borrow your left foot? Chucks it on the inside one and just scoots that one like a banana out short of the 22.
Well, just over 5 minutes to go in the first half here at Levin Domain. Just 4 points in it. Shannon 10, Rahui 6. But Rahui have the throw into the line out through Moko Cooper.
Another short line out for Rahui here. Forward set up in the middle of the back line.
Shelby Rickett goes up, and what looked to be cleaned up by Winterburn, they've got a short arm penalty, which means tap and go, scrum. Yep, they're going to call a scrum. They're going to use the overlap here, or they're going to use the man down, if you will. Scrum inside the 22 against Shannon. And, of course, a reserve will come onto the field because of the front row replacement, which will mean Shannon will lose one of their either loosies or one of their backline. And the way that both teams are running the backline, I don't see them dropping it back.
Yeah, looks like the number 6, Moses Pearce, will come off the sideline as they bring a replacement hooker. We'll get that number for you shortly.
Well, big scrum from Shannon, but Winterburn cleans it up at the back. Osborne up at second 5 will crash it in midfield. 10 metres out from the try line. They go right through Doyle Manga. He'll take a couple tacklers with him. And they set again through Allison. Moko Cooper up to get himself involved. Allison goes left. Sam Gibson goes low. 5 metres out now. Rahui ball. Allison goes up. He goes low, but doesn't get there. Rahui still with the ball. Co-captain Manga. The first 5 will take it in and reset for Rahui. They look to go pick and go. They go low, but Shannon's defence is there. Pick and go again. Another inch. They go left with huge defence from Shannon, but Rahui have scored exactly what they need to do just before halftime with a man in the bin. And Rahui, with the seesaw battle that we're seeing, have scored the 5 points.
Well, outstanding by Rahui to execute there as they keep on moving forward from side to side, pressure on pressure. And it'll be Mania Osborne, who's been outstanding for them today, that'll cross over here in the 37th minute.
Well, we talked about that midfield pairing of Osborne and Marshall, but you just look at that back line. Everybody is throwing themselves in it. Regardless if you're an outside back or an inside back or even a forward, they're all playing with that urgency and intensity that you need to on grand final day. Jack Tatu Robson, 2 penalties to his name today. A harder kick than before, but he struck it well. And he's got it. He's added the 2. And Chopper, that's exactly how you want to use the last couple minutes of the first half.
Well, outstanding work from Rahui, isn't it, to capitalise on some good pressure applied against Shannon deep into the red zone there. But it's about moments, and at the moment, Osborne seems to be standing up for the Rahui team, that's for sure.
Well, with just 2 minutes to go in the first half here at Levin Domain, Rahui have taken the lead for the first time in this one. 13-10. With the kickoff, doesn't go 10 and it bounces out on the full. So referee Thompson will check with Rahui and they will go back to halfway for the scrum. And Murphy, cool, calm and collected usually, but that just a little error to finish off the half.
Nice gesture there. We mentioned how well Big O'Callaghan is playing the prop for Rahui. It's Todd Shields, the open side flanker for Shannon. 100+ caps under his belt. Goes over, gives him a high five, says great contest so far. Let's see how this one ends.
We are in for an absolute thrilling second half here at Levin Domain. But we've got to finish the first half first. Winterburn off the back. He links up with Allison. Allison to Manga. He will take it in. Beats one tackler. Goes back in field to Doyle Manga. They're well inside the Shannon territory now. 15 metres out from the 22. They reset again. Forward setting up midfield. Allison goes left. Osborne, the try scorer, will take another few tacklers with him. Allison pointing at his troops, go right again. The hooker, Cooper, up to get himself involved. Penny Hart. Allison goes digging. Gets it inside to Levi Kemp, who gets it off to Jack Tatu Robertson. And what about some razzle-dazzle here at the grand final? The inside ball from Allison to Kemp, who links up with Tatu Robertson. And just like that, a couple quick minutes before half-time, Rahui scored 2 tries, and that's exactly how you want to go into the break.
Wow, oh wow, oh wow, Damien. What a demolition job here in the last 3 minutes of the first half from Rahui here to strike twice. But it's all about that pressure. And we mentioned at the beginning of the match, the speed of the play in the ruck. Shannon have got to somehow slow that down, because every time they get the ball quick and early, well, they grab meters. And in this case, they score often.
Well, we saw in round 7 when Shannon took on College Old Boys, the last 5 minutes, a card was issued and Shannon came back and kept the foot on the throttle. This time around, Rahui getting the honours before half-time and Shannon getting the card, but it's setting us up for a very, very interesting second half.
When the referee's time now in the first half, Shannon trying to see if they can pull the carpet from underneath Rahui here to finish.
Well, Murphy with the kick. Osborne up. He's beaten 3. Rahui jumps on the back, gets him down. Cooper. Manga. Doyle Manga. Connor Phillips getting closer to that touchline. He'll be taken out by Jared Deal. And that we have the final whistle here in the first half of the grand final here between Rahui and Shannon here at Levin Domain. It is Rahui leading this one, 20 to Shannon's 10. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after these.
Hi, I'm James. I'm 11 and my grandmother has had ovarian cancer, and when I heard about it, it made me feel pretty anxious, and I'm thinking that she wasn't going to get well. She would always look after me and just help me. She would help me with all of my writing sometimes. What cancer means to me is illness, feeling down, and a lot of hospital appointment checks. The Cancer Society in Kapiti would help by having free nurses and counsellors, so the nurses can check out wherever you have cancer. I reckon if more people in the community support the Cancer Society, you can have more classes with art therapy, exercise classes, and just more help. My grandma is not the only one with cancer. There are lots of people in this community that need support, so you should go down to the Cancer Society Centre. Your support would be very helpful.
Welcome back to Levin Domain for this Ramsbotham Cup grand final between Rahui and Shannon. Well, Chopper, 40 minutes is in the bag, and what a 40 minutes we've seen.
Oh, indeed, we've seen a lot of action in the first half here. The game plan for both teams was to hold on to the ball and apply that pressure. We've seen a lot of that, a lot of pressure through penalties given up from being offside or maybe not releasing the ball quick enough. But man, the end of the first half didn't get any better, did it?
No, it didn't. We ended the first half with Rahui leading 20-10. What do you think the difference was, the key moment, if you will, of that first half?
Well, like I said, it's just about applying the pressure, but it's then someone's got to step up when the pressures are being applied and to convert. And we've seen the Osborne, the centre for Rahui, his runs today have simply been outstanding. We saw the platform set early from O'Callaghan, the prop forward. I thought he's been outstanding for them today, as well as their loose forward combo as well. But man, Osborne at the back, simply outstanding. And of course, the goal kicker and left winger, Tatu Robinson, isn't he having a day?
He is having a day indeed. Well, we can't exclude Shannon because they have done everything right when they had 15 players on the field. When they lost one, unfortunately, Rahui stroke. So, who have been the standouts for Shannon? Because there has been some.
Well, the thing I've liked about Shannon, they have the same game plan. They want to hold on to the ball. When they've held the ball, they've made a lot of metres. But what I do really like about their counter-attack, making something from nothing. Elisoni Rahui over on the right wing there, he was outstanding early with the Benji Marshall at the back that set up that first try for Deal later on after that. I thought Ariana Murphy has been okay in control as well and vision within the game. Jackson, Tagavaital, he was good too earlier on. It's gone a little bit quiet. We'd look for a big second half from him.
What's it going to take for Rahui to keep the foot on and take this all the way home?
Well, they're going to have to give everything. We know that. This is the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup. You don't get this title lightly. And Rahui, they're a great ball club, been around a long time. They've only won one premiership. Shannon have won none. That's how hard it is. You have to give everything, every minute, every inch, every mile, every moment.
That being said, Chopper, Shannon 10 points down. They've only got a couple minutes where they'll have 14 players. What's it going to take for them to get back into this one?
Well, I like when Shannon chants their arm and when they get the ball, just taking their opportunities. They're an exciting team when they run with the ball and they're match fit. They played, sure, they gave up a couple of tries at the end of the first half there with only 14 men, but they're still match fit. They will run the full 80, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they put together come the second half.
Well, first half in the bag. What did you enjoy most about the first half?
Well, for me, it's just getting to the grand final and seeing it start. I knew this was going to be a good contest. Remember, Rahui have run the table this season. Well, that's not been the case in the grand final. They might have a lead as we see Rahui coming out here in the second half, a lead by 10 points. But you know what? That is nothing when it comes to a grand final, is it, Damien?
Well, we saw just, the space of 3-4 minutes, how much a ball game can turn around from Shannon leading 10-6 to now Rahui leading 20-10.
Just like that, the last 9 minutes, what a change in the match, wasn't it? I think Justin Pape, the head coach for Shannon, his message to his troops, keep doing what you're doing in general, but I want to see that ruck slow down. So you type 5, you Lucy's, have really got to control that ruck. Don't allow, especially Leon Allison, to feed that ball, that exciting backs, and keep it away from Osmond, would you? Just one time.
Well, as you said, Chopper, the Rahui halfback, Leon Allison, if he can get quick ball, he's going to do it all day, and his forwards are setting him up a treat. But Shannon are doing the hard yards with the defense, but they're doing it well.
They sure are indeed. Looking forward to this one. 40 minutes to go. Who will be the champion for 2020?
Let's go. Well, we have a replacement for Shannon. 23 onto the field is Big Cam Prouting. Well, we are underway here. The high kick from Leon Ellison, where Dallas Whiskey is under it to take it. They go left. Jackson up, will take it into contact. They go left again through Dallas Wiki. Lock forwards for Shannon will run all day. Oliver sees a gap. Closes pretty quickly though, but he gets a couple meters. Zach third, playing halfback. The big prop forward gets it to Dallas Wiki. Wiki with another couple meters to add to his running total. Tagavatau in at halfback, gets it to Murphy, who will link up with Jared Deal. He'll always chance himself at the first defender. Shannon up at the halfway line now. Murphy in at halfback, gets it up to Jackson Tagavatau, who will get them inside the Rahui territory. TJ Oliver goes hunting in there, has to clear it out a bit, but gets it back to Jared Deal, who will take it into contact 10 meters inside Rahui territory. Murphy with the chip, grubber chip, is cleaned up by Connor Phillips, but referee Sam Thompson has blown for a penalty, and the original infringement will be happening on the halfway line.
A good passage of play there from Shannon, just multiple phase after phase here to get us started in the second half. Just what they want to do as well, and that is to hold on to the ball. So tick mark in the first couple of minutes as Shannon come out the sheds.
Well, Shannon, they will want to claw back the possession that they lost near the end of that first half. With a beautiful clearance from Murphy, Shannon will sit up on the 22 with their feed to the line out. They haven't had the greatest of feeds to date. They seem to have anybody throwing in to the line out.
Just on that point, we see a Pahohe Ropo the third come back on after spinning his yellow card on the sideline. So Shannon back to their full 15 now.
Well, they have a line out throw where Dallas Wiki wins it, and they'll crash it in midfield through Logan Broughton. They're inside the 22 now. Murphy, Tagavatau. He'll take it in. Shannon back set. Logan Broughton in there again. Number 8 loves to run. TJ Oliver goes back right through Jared Deal. Gets it out over to Rauhihi, who will take it into and set it up. Jared Deal goes in to tidy it up. He'll get a few more inches as Shannon set. Wiki, Broughton. Broughton goes to ground. Shannon forwards over top of him. The pick and go. Look like through Wiki again. And killing the ball will be the call from the referee, Sam Thompson. And a penalty right in front of the sticks to Shannon.
Well, excellent from Shannon. We talked about them holding on to the ball. They haven't stopped, have they? And what they've been able to do is just tag on phase after phase. And just what the doctor ordered, apply the pressure, give an opportunity. In this case, it's a penalty right out front for Oriana Murphy.
Well, both teams are going to go and try and break each other down slowly throughout the next 35 minutes. Shannon doing everything right in this opening few minutes of the second half. Oriana Murphy right in front of the goalposts. Will add the 3. And with almost 5 minutes gone here at Levin Domain at the Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final, Rahui leading 20 to Shannon's 13.
Well, if you've just joined us for today's broadcast of the Grand Final, first half was a nail-biter with Tatu Robinson with a penalty in the 4th minute. And then Shannon got on the scoreboard with a try to the centre deal. Murphy converted that. Score was 7-3 at 10 minutes gone. Tatu Robinson with a penalty in the 22nd. Then Murphy traded his penalty at the 31st minute. And then from the last 9 minutes, it was Rahui going the whole way. Osborne and Tatu Robinson with a try to
Jared Deal getting right from the 22 up until halfway. Sorry to cut you off, Chopper, but Jared Deal just ran around everybody and got himself right inside the Rahui territory, but they have turned it over, and it will be a scrum to Rahui.
Well, what that shows, though, Damien, is it shows how this game has turned back and forth, both with possession and scoreline. And so Shannon picking up that penalty in the 44th minute here to get started in the second half gives them the confidence to keep on pushing forward. And you see that run from Deal. That's an example of good confidence within the team.
Well, thank you for joining us wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. I see a few people looking on their phones around the fence line here at Levin Domain. But wherever you are, I hope you're enjoying our presentation of this grand final. Rahui will crash it up in a midfield after winning the scrum. Allison goes right. No territory gain there, but Allison will get them to go right again. Cooper brushes off the first tackler, Cam Prouting. Loses it in the next tackle, though. And Tangavatau will regather and take Shannon up to the halfway mark. They go right through Broughton, who pops it out to Deal. Ilisoni Rahi, he will tidy it up. And Shannon have lost about 9 metres here, but they go again. Wiki to Broughton, like they've done many times today. Up from fullback is Sean Pape. He beats 3 tacklers, and he's still going. Can he link up with someone, though? And he does. That looks like McCarty Halls. Well, Murphy.
Numbers wide if they get there.
Tangavatau steps back inside to take the tackler of Doyle Manga. And they're inside the Shannon 22 now. Looking to go pick and go again. They do. Through Moses Pearce. Shannon go again through Dallas Wiki. And they've lost it. But the referee playing advantage for offside will go back to the 22. Looks like right in front of the goalposts. And they go early, calling for a penalty goal.
Well, perfect example again of Shannon just taking their opportunities here and applying their way forward, throwing everything at Rahui here in the beginning of the second half. And boy, whatever Justin Pape said to them at halftime, it is working.
Well, Justin Pape has some outstanding halftime speeches, as we witnessed a couple weeks ago. Oriana Murphy, right in front of the goalpost, will step up, down by 7 here in the second half. Well, he sliced it to the left there. And I think the silence got to him, because you could have heard a pin drop here at Levin Domain. But no score change in this one. Almost 9 minutes gone. Rahui 20, Shannon 13. Chopper, if you just go back a couple weeks, you look at the standings, Rahui undefeated through round robin, Shannon only winning 2 games, drawing 1, losing 4, and taking it to the number 1 seed here in the grand final.
Oh, they're up for it for sure, Shannon, and they've got a great roster that can perform. They have the ability to win this grand final. Don't be mistaken, Shannon, and they will throw everything at them, and you just saw that penalty kick just miss. Sometimes they say silence is deafening.
Well, Jared Deal getting himself involved big time in that passage of play. And referee Thompson, no advantage, going back for another penalty. And Rahui will want to be a little bit concerned here because that's 3 or 4 penalties in a row against them down this end of the field. Is going to be a tricky one when you need the ball in hand.
Well, it is indeed. It's a fine balancing act, isn't it? You want to slow them down. You want to try and get up quicker in defence, and sometimes that's going to slightly infringe. And here we go. Shannon. We're waiting for this. Instead of kicking for the post here, kick for the line. They've decided now's the time.
Well, here's where we see what you train every Tuesday and Thursday night for a full season. The bread and butter lineouts. They look pretty set at the front, but the tall timber of Dallas Wiki could be moving here. They go for the fake again. And they do win this one, but it goes down early, so TJ Oliver is going to have to get the ball out. They're set for the pick and go. Broughton goes left, goes low, gets an inch. They go again. Pick and go. Going inside the field.
Big Cam Pelting's right there.
Shannon, every forward in there with the pick and go. They're going to throw everything that they've got towards this line.
Pushing.
And they've gone way low there. And he's seen it. Well, the arm went up, but it looks like he's changed it to held up here. He's going to check with the assistant referee, sorry. They're not called touchies anymore. And he's awarded it.
Fantastic, Shannon, man. They have applied the pressure. They back themselves and kick for the line. And it's big number 1, Zach Third, that reaches out on the back of about 5 or 6 pick and goes from the forward pack from Shannon. He will dot over here. And 12 minutes into the second half, boy, oh boy, Damien, we got ourselves a ball game.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. We are in for a roller coaster over the next 28 minutes. Shannon losing a man to the bin 7 minutes before halftime, conceded 2 tries to Rahui. We are back in the second half with 13 minutes gone. And I don't know, Murphy adding the extra 2. We have tied it up with 13 minutes gone in the second half. And Shannon with all the momentum here at the Domain.
Well, I don't know what they put in the Gatorade. Hopefully it wasn't hand sanitizer, but I tell you what, whatever it is, keep on flooding it in there for the boys from Shannon because they have started red hot, the Maroon lads, here in the second half.
And they've done it hard by pushing their opponents up the field through the pick and goes. Taken cleanly is through Isaac Larissy. TJ Oliver up to Broughton, who sucks in a couple tackles every time he touches the ball. Oliver, Murphy, Tangavatau, Pape, up in the line flat. He had to juggle it, but he has secured it, and they go again. Murphy gets it up to Wiki, who takes it at a standstill and doesn't really get any meterage, but they have secured it. They go back left through Tangavatau. He takes it into contact. Another phase will go in the books. Big tackle there from Rahui. And they had all rights to it, but without releasing will be a penalty against Shannon, and Rahui getting possession. And they've gone early, Chop. They've called for the penalty goal.
Well, it's all about knowing, isn't it, Damien? But I tell you what, you can see a high five given to halfback Leon Allison. He's like another loose forward. That was him standing over the top that created that penalty there. Just what Rahui needed. And they've taken the time here to take the penalty. I think it's two things. They want to try and get some points, but they want to just slow this roll of this red-hot Shannon team.
Well, Rahui have done everything right this season, and they will not want to let it slip through their fingertips in the grand final. But Shannon have come to play, and it is a full 15 on 15 here at the Domain. And if the first 15 is anything to go by, the next 25 is going to be a roller coaster. And he slots it. Manga steps up, calls the penalty goal early, steps up and slots it to add the 3. And Shannon, so Rahui will go back in the lead on this one, 23 to Shannon's 20. The kickoff from Murphy goes down to Leon Allison, who is wrapped up pretty quickly by Isaac Larissy. Rahui. They go back to Manga, who kicks it up the field, right in the middle. Looking for territory here with one bounce. Logan Broughton under it. He will link up. Deal. Back to Broughton. Will take it into contact, which he does all day. The captain, number 8. But the ball's popped out. Referee Sam Thompson has his arm out for advantage, but he's calling knock on both ways. The first one being from Rahui, and that will be awarded to Shannon. 5 metres in from the touchline, 10 metres out from the halfway. Shannon back with position.
Well, it's one of those unlucky ones. It was Mania Osborne, the centre, in that ruck there. Hand in there to pull the ball loose. He managed to get it loose, but it spilt forward at the same time. So Shannon get the ball back.
But it shows you what they come here to do. All the off-the-ball work, which is so important in a game like this. Big scrum from Rahui, pushed back a metre. I think Allison got a hand to that one, but referee says play on. He sees that knock on though. And the pressure in the midfield, Jared Deal just can't get two hands to it. The 25-year-old from the Army is a little bit upset with that one.
Well, long skip pass from Oriana Murphy there. Got to be a little bit careful in the second half. You can see on the screen the length of the shadows. Shannon are playing right into the death of the sun that is setting. We will finish this match under lights. So this next phase of 10 to 15 minutes could be quite tricky for the vision for Shannon as that ball is up around the eyesight.
And I think as soon as you said that, Chopper, it got brighter. So Shannon will have the sun in their eyes as long as it's here, but they have the momentum as well.
You can see the glow off the match referee's head there as well, let alone Leon Allison's.
Oh, some domes out there, that's for sure. Well, off the back goes Winterburn to tidy it up here from Rahui. They split the backs left and right. Allison literally chucking the forwards out there to have a run. And he does. They inch forward towards the 22. Doyle Manga, the big 6, has been a running 6 today. Osborne, Mania Osborne, has been great with ball in hand. Ready to confront at every possession. Holding on is the call though. And Rahui will turn the ball over. Shannon with switching the momentum here and will have the penalty through Murphy.
Well, we said that the senior veteran on the back line for Shannon, Jackson Tagavaital, would be instrumental. He'll try something different, find to use his experience, and he used it right there to get a handy turnover for Shannon.
He did indeed. Everybody sucking in every breath that they've got as we get closer to the 20-minute mark, halfway through the second half, sorry. Well, not the tidiest of lineouts for either team, but Allison seems to get it and get it to the back. Osborne will crash it in at midfield, 10 metres into the Shannon territory. Allison pops it up. The skip pass goes wide, and Tatu Robertson out there to clean it up. The wall of Shannon are ready for it, but so are Rahui to run it. They go back left, crashed in through Doyle Manga. The 6 doing everything he can for his side today. Manga, Osborne. Iriha in the 21 jersey. Allison, Osborne in it, first receiver. Will take it into contact and set up for his boys. Allison goes right. Cooper gets the ball ripped, and it's been turned over here. Shannon in possession. Kicked over through the veteran Tangavatau. Iriha to Kemp. Kemp gets it over to Connor Phillips, who will go for a run. Rahihi there on the other side for his counterpart. Rahui with ball in hand, but the referee's arm is up for the out. And they'll go back 10 metres for the original infringement, which will be a line out to Shannon. Connor Phillips just getting the foot out. They go quick to Shannon, but the referee says no. Go back to where the infringement was made. Now, I don't know about you, Chopper, but I heard fans, and I'm pretty sure they're not in this ground.
No, they're all around the perimeter of the field, though. They want to try and grab a glimpse. Of course, you can watch the live stream. They've probably got it on their phone, or they're watching from the fence as well. Great to have you along from this one. Got to say, the defence there with the man in the headgear at the back of the line, it looks like number 5, Larissy, was simply outstanding, who made that tackle on the edge.
Well, everybody doing their part on the field, regardless of what jersey you're wearing. Big defense from Shannon into midfield. Rahui not gaining much out of this. Doyle Manga again. Legs go up in the tackle, but referee Sam Thompson says no. Rahui again. They crash it back into centre field. Dallas Wiki to do the stop for Shannon. Allison, he just knows how to play the game, does Allison. The veteran moves there, knew that there was an advantage being played, and he gets it out now. Cleaned up by Osborne at the back. Still advantage being played by referee Thompson. They get it out through Marshall. Marshall will take it to ground just before halfway, with Rahui going back left. And they're not going anywhere with this one. And I wonder if they're still playing. The quick inside ball from Allison to his first 5, who links up with Osborne, who can't have anyone on his offside. And just throwing the ball around at the moment, but referee says play on. Mania Osborne will tidy it up and take it into contact. Rahui have a player down, holding the leg, but he's up now.
That's the first 5. Margo, that was down. Be hoping that he can push through that injury.
Well, Sam Gibson takes it into play there. They go back through Manga, who gets it to Marshall. With 2 steps inside, he'll take it to ground. And again, Messi in there. The ball popped up in the tackle and has gone forward. Referee Sam Thompson playing advantage here. Murphy at the back knows that, and he just takes it into contact. And they'll go back to the original infringement just outside the 22 for the knock-on. It will be Shannon's feed. But Rahui with all the possession in the last couple, but Shannon with big defence.
Well, definitely big defence. They've had to, though, because Rahui was seeing the position change. Shannon starting the second half, but Rahui, for this middle portion of the second half, have really found momentum and ball retention.
Well, Shannon to feed here, just outside the 22. Big scrum from both teams. Oliver goes quick out the back, finds a gap, and gets it out. They link up through Makaiti Halls out on the wing. He will get them inside Rahui territory. They go right through Broaden. Wiki. Woodmass is up there, who throws the bullet to third, who can't get the two hands to it. And the prop forward puts the ball down, and that will be a turnover and a scrum feed for Rahui on halfway. And it looks like just a quick water break with it might be a replacement.
I think they're going to check. That's Manga, I think, down again over the far side there. Remember, he went down just a little bit earlier. I know it's the number 6, Peneha. So they want to make sure he's good because he's been outstanding today in the breakdown.
Yes, Peneha, Doyle Manga, Gibson, Shelby Rickett. You've got 4 Lucy's, including Winterburn. You've got 5 Lucy's out there throwing everything they have at this. But Shannon, a different Shannon team's turned up since half-time. Of course, they lost those couple tries before half-time, starting the second half 20-10 down, and quickly came back to level the scores at 20 all. Rahui getting a penalty to take the lead 23-20. And with under 15 minutes to go here in the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup, it's anyone's ball game here, Chopper.
It sure is indeed, Damien.
Well, Rahui with the feed. They get it out to the backs, who do the kick to the corner. And he is called as winger for being offside, it appears. Didn't retreat. Shouldn't have advanced. Well, the kick was made.
Plan move, just a fraction executed inefficiently there. But Shannon, they took their opportunities when they applied the pressure earlier. Now they get an opportunity that's gifted to them, if you like. Whoa! And now a kick that has got the right on the try line.
Wow, I don't know, Murphy, if that's the kick you want to make at that time, they are going to take a line out 5 meters out from the try line. And although the line outs haven't been great today, if they could keep it simple, go straight to the front or straight to the middle instead of all this faking, which seems to be faking themselves out, we could be in for another 5-pointer.
Opportunity knocks here for Shannon.
Zach Thurb will throw in, yes, and it's tipped back to the Shannon side. So although not clean, they did go to the front to win the ball. It has ended up back on the Shannon side, and they will go through their forwards, charging forward. They inch back forward towards the try line. They're about 10 meters out here. They go for the pick and go. All the forwards there ready if needed. Dallas Wiki, just like he's done all day, the lock forward goes low, goes hard. Another couple inches here for Shannon through Cam Prouting. Larissy there with the headgear, ready to go again. Broughton at the back there. We know what he likes to do with the pick and goes. And he does, but he's taken by the Rahui defense. Larissy there with Wiki again, ready to go. Slow down a bit here. Another phase to Shannon's name. And the ball goes down. They whip it out. Murphy. Deal. Takes it into contact. And referee, no advantage being played. He will run all the way back to the original infringement, 5 metres out from the Rahui try line. And they'll get the penalty.
Well, you've got to take your head off here to Rahui. Championships are won sometimes on defence, and if they can get out of this without giving up a point, boy, oh boy, they deserve to be the champion.
You're absolutely right, Chopper. There's only so much you can tackle, but Rahui have been doing a lot of it today, and they're still going. Dallas Wiki will get the first hit up. And they take it to ground. All the forwards ready to go again for the pick and go. TJ Oliver in there talking to the referee's ear. But they still have the ball. It's ripped off the player. No.
So close.
Inches. They're within the 5 now. They go again. Rahui with all the big defense here. Leon Ellison's turned it over. The veteran just gets in there, gets gritty with it to clear it out. Murphy back there. He'll take it into contact with the wall of Rahui that comes to meet him. Deal. Tangavatau. He has Pape outside him, doesn't use him. Takes it into contact inside the 22. Quick feed here from TJ Oliver. Gets it up to Jared Deal. Oliver back at halfback to tell the backs where he wants them. He gets it out to Wiki, who pops it up to Dylan White. Oliver goes left again.
Rush defense by Rahui.
Shannon still in possession now inside the Rahui 22. Oliver to Murphy. Murphy to Woodmiss. Woodmiss back inside the 22. Shannon with all the possession and momentum here at the moment, but Rahui with the mega defense that is required for a grand final. Tunga Vitale, the second 5'8's in there, gets about at least 2 or 3 metres to add to Shannon as they get closer to the line. TJ Oliver back in there, scrounging for the ball.
Tap and go from
Tap
Oliver.
and go from TJ Oliver, who links up. Try and get Rahui napping, but they don't, and the ball was knocked on by TJ Oliver, but
we can see
Sam Thompson has called a penalty, and he said, stop, boys, I need to have a word.
I think it's what you said before, a lot of penalties coming, Damien. And I think match referee Thompson's just warned Rahui here. Next one goes to the bin.
Well, he went straight up to Joel Winterburn, co-captain of Rahui, and said, boys, no more. We are inside the last 10 minutes here at Levin Domain. Oh, I'm excited.
They don't go for the posts.
They go through the inspirational captain, Logan Broughton, who gets closer to the line. They set now. Shannon, pick and go left. They're getting closer to the line and to those goalposts. They have a number of forwards in there ready to go. And they still have the ball at the back. TJ Oliver whips it out through Murphy. Murphy gets it outside. Oh, and the ball is down.
He's got it down.
Through number 18, Carlos Third comes into the game. We were just trying to figure out who's wearing 18. Carlos Third into the game, touches the ball, crash back over the try line, which looked held up from this side of the park through all the defense of Rahui, but with momentum, gets himself to dot it down, even a scrape over the line for the 5-pointer. And just like that seesaw battle, Rahui 23, Shannon 25.
Boy, oh boy, Damien, we knew this was going to happen, didn't we? We knew that this grand final was going to be a grandstand finish. These two teams have been banging each other for the first lots of this match, of course, here as we go through it. With only 7 minutes to go, they grab the lead, the boys from Maroon. Woo, baby. Don't change the dial, don't click that mouse. This one's a beauty.
Well, Shannon giving everything they've got to their opponents, Rahui, using the possession that they've been getting. Rahui just doing so much tackling in the last stanza, but We are here, ladies and gentlemen. 7 minutes to go at Levin Domain for the Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final of 2020. Rahui, top seed, undefeated in 2020. Shannon, fourth seed, upsetting tour to book their place in the Grand Final. Of course, these two teams have met each other twice this year. 9 points difference in the first game, 7 points difference in the second. And as we go closer to full time with 6 minutes, 37 seconds to go, there is just 2 points in this one. Do not move, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for a thriller to finish off this one.
Oh, mate, it's a thriller in Manila, isn't it? These guys are throwing everything at each other here as we see the reserves bench start to empty now. It's been a war of attrition. The pace of this grand final has been simply outstanding, and the physicality, Damien, has really ramped up, hasn't it?
It absolutely has, Chopper. Well, we can see that sun's getting lower because the shadows are getting longer. Shannon still with the sun in their face. Doesn't seem to face them because they're only doing the quick pick and goes at the moment to inch their way forward, because it is a game of inches played in the grand final. Pape, he's been quiet this game, the fullback, but he gets it off to Deal, who gets it out, and Osborne's under it for Rahui for the quick clearance. In the midfield, they're inside Shannon territory. Sam Gibson gets it off to Penny Hart. The open side beats a couple tacklers and takes it to ground. Allison in there, gets it off to his forwards who crash it in at midfield. Allison goes back left, Winterburn. The captain takes it to ground. Allison there for another phase, gets it up to Sam Gibson. Block forward playing his 51st game today. We were there for the 50th last week. Osborne with the chip over top. They've got the speed on the outside, and just can't get to it. If he had got the bounce, Connor Phillips, he was away laughing. You saw the vision there from Mania Osborne, but they must have known that they had the advantage, playing it to their liking. And with 35 metres out, they are going to attempt to take this penalty and add the 3 points. And that's what you got to do at minutes left on the clock with a scoreboard like that, Chopper.
Well, it is indeed, and it's about taking your opportunity. If they can slaughter this, of course, they're going to grab the lead here with just moments to go. Rahu, we see number 22 at the bottom of the screen. Come on, Hamish Buick. Spoke to him before. He wants to shout out to his wife, Anitzi, Rico, Ryan, and Maihi. I asked him, what will you do when you come on? Impact, and I'll score a try in the corner. We'll soon see if he'll get that done, Buick.
Well, impact players can be absolutely life-changing in a game, and so could this kick. And he gets it.
Wow.
Erihart stepping up, coming off the bench in the 21 jersey, stepping up to slot the all-important 3 points. And with 3 minutes 30 left on the clock, Rahui 26, Shannon 25.
Well, I tell you what, Damien, it's about moments, and what a moment for the substitute coming on for Rahui there in shirt 21. I think we've got a name change in that position. I think it's Eliza Roach that is in 21 now, taking the kicking duties. Toddy Erihart is playing in shirt 13.
Apologies. Rahui, clear it downfield. Tunga Vaital is there, but so are Rahui through Erihart, not Marshall. Rahui there in numbers, but Shannon have got it. TJ Oliver, the halfback. No, that's Jared Deal. Here's TJ Oliver. Clears it out to Woodmass. Oliver just sets his back line. Goes left. Broughton will take it in. Again, drawing in a couple tacklers. They reset now, but you've got a wall of blue and red Dallas Wiki runs straight into it though. Goes back left through Oliver. Broughton again gets a few meters inside. Well inside Rahui half now. Coming up to the team meter mark. Just slowing it down here, making sure odd position. Woodmass goes again. Phase after phase here. Pick and go, left, right. Shannon just marching themselves up the field, making Rahui do all the tackling here.
Rahui can't give away a penalty at this point of the field.
2 points in it, just under 2 minutes to go. Shannon with so much position at the moment, but not doing anything silly as well, just using the meters against Rahui. Pick and go, and the arm is up for an infringement. And
Drop
Murphy back in the pocket for the drop goal, which will just clip a Rahui player on the way through, and Rahui will clear it out. And I don't think their reserve bench were happy that he did. But with under a minute to go here, with 2 minutes, 2 points the difference. 1 point the difference. Oh, I'm too excited here, Chopper.
Oh, this one's a grandstand. That's why it's Rahui's defense. If they can hold tight here, they win the championship. If Shannon can keep on applying the pressure like they have, they've kept on marching forward, they could force the era to win the championship. Who wins?
Well, the line out has been won by Rahui. Not tidy at all, but they have won the line out. Now, all they have to do is keep possession and drill out the clock. They go left with a crash bang, setting up for the next phase. Leon Allison in there. He'll be talking to Sam Thompson, making sure that there's time on the board. And there is. So they keep going forward. The line of Shannon there, right in there, ready to tackle, have left a wide overlap for Rahui, but I don't think they care, because all they're going to do is try and get this ball back through Rahui, just going through left, right. Just winding down the clock here.
Looks like Shannon offside there.
Well, nobody will want to give up an infringement here, and the arm is out from referee Thompson. Rahui go again with the pick and go. Rahui, time is up on our clock. We're into injury time here. Rahui, 1 point lead over Shannon. And we can't end on a penalty, of course. So,
pointing to the clock of the field, asking Thompson if there's any time left.
well, Allison steps up for the clearance. First season with Rahui, this one. And what a season it's been for Leon Allison, all the way from Mana College.
All eyes on the ref's watch now, Damien. It's got to be referee's time. Moments to go here. 1 point in the grand final of the Ramsbotham Cup. Who would have thought it? Undefeated Rahui. Pushed to the limit here from Shannon.
We knew it would be close, Chopper, but we didn't know it would be this close. Rahui have won the line out. Again, they'll take it in. It's gone to ground, though, and it looks like Shannon might have turned this over. Shannon have.
Opportunity.
They get it out. Jared Deal in at centre. If anyone can make something happen, it's this guy. He takes it into contact, sets up for his team. There is TJ Oliver to play halfback. They whip it out. Tunga Vatau, he sees a gap, goes for it, like he's been doing all day, the second 5'8". TJ Oliver brought in. It's been... Ooh. The quick pass, almost given up a intercept, but Shannon will retain. They have a chance here. 1 point in it. They have been using all the possession in the second half, and they really have been standouts, but they need to make sure that this moment counts here. Woodmass takes it into contact. He will set up on the halfway line. TJ Oliver gets it to Broughton. Broughton with the pop-up to Tunga Vatau. Shannon inside Rahui territory. It's been turned over here, but hands in the ruck is the call from Sam Thompson. Rahui here, they just need to defend. They can't be doing things like that and giving the ball back to Shannon.
The veteran Allison at the bottom of the ruck there with the joker up the sleeves, tries to pull that one out while he's on the deck, gives away the penalty. Shannon, no time left on the clock, can't kick it out, got to play it up the front.
Well, Dallas Wiki has another run, add that to his total for today. And it looks like he's lost it though. Rahui look like they're going forward. Everybody jumping back, ready to kick it out. And they will. There it is. There's the whistle. And we are done and dusted here at Levin Domain. Rahui winning the 2020 Ramsbotham Cup over Shannon. And a nail biter here. 26-25. You see the celebrations on the field here. Rahui winning their season undefeated. Chopper, what a game.
What a match. What a grand final. Congratulations to Rahui. An outstanding match that just went backward and forth. Backward and forth. You've got to take your hat off to Shannon. Their effort, their dedication today. They put everything on the line for the haka. They put it all out there. Just today, they'll tip their cap because Rahui, just 1 point too strong. 1 point for a championship.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with reactions and the presentation of the Ramsbotham Cup 2020 right after these.
Nincs semmim, el nem hagytam, hideg a presszó, egy magamban. Nem szeretnek, én nem bánom, a szabadságom minden láncon. Borízű hajdal, illatod ébreszt, szikra az ajkad, a csókod eléget. Villan a szemed, hát neked ez játék, nélküled iszom reggel. Mert a pokermédet holnap is itatjatod, édes csak engedje, kérlek, ha menni akarom.
Hi, my name is Raymond. I'm the owner of Flooring Design here in Kapiti. We have grown very well with the locals as the economy is growing, and we offer a very good service and quality workmanship. When the customer walks into our shop, they get a very friendly welcome. We try to analyse what flooring they need for today's situation. So we find out more about their style to find the carpet or the hard flooring that they need. We find their solutions, then once the process starts, then it goes through our measuring team into our installers, and the job is completed with the full guarantees. We do have a different variety of flooring than our opposition. That makes us a little bit stand out on our own as well. An owner-operator takes every job to heart. It's not just money going across the desk, it's our lifestyle, it's our business, and we love our business. It's very important to us to be part of the Kapiti community. We're excited to be part of the Kapiti economy and the way that the growth is going, and we look forward to keep going.
Welcome back to Levin Domain, where we have just seen an epic battle between Rahui and Shannon. Rahui taking the honours today by just 1 point. What do we see, Chop?
Mate, an outstanding matchup of just sheer determination, pressure, but executed so well. They put the pressure on each team, maybe gave away a penalty here and there, but it was all through executing and making the most of their moments. This game was anyone's the whole way through. We saw that both teams put the best foot forward today.
Absolutely. Well, it started with a hiss and a roar, and it did not stop until full time. Let's talk about some of the key moments of the game, Chopper. Before half-time, Shannon, it was at 2010, and then Shannon came back. So what were some of those pivotal moments in the first half that set us up for that epic second?
Well, it was super close from the get-go. We saw the score chop and change with Tatu Robinson getting the first penalty of the match back in the 4th minute. Then Jared Deal on the back of this inspirational move, in my mind, from Ilisoni there over in the right ring with the Benji Marshall pass, sets up the try. They convert that, and it's 7-3 to Shannon at that point. But Tatu Robinson picks up another penalty for Rahui until Murphy picks up a penalty themselves as well. Outstanding until, though, it was Rahui. They pressed the go button when they got to the 37th minute. A try to Osborne, a try to Tatu Robinson. Both of them converted. That gave them that margin of 10 points. But those last 9 minutes of the first half, some of the best from Rahui.
Absolutely, and one of them did it with 14 players, which was a difference when it saw the change in the second half. And what a second half we saw, Chopper.
Well, it was indeed. And as we see Shannon walking off the field, they may feel dejected. Well, they shouldn't be, because they played with courage, determination, and they played with a game plan when they came out in the second half. They picked up all the points for the first 14 minutes there. A penalty to Murphy, then a try to third on the pick and go there in the 53rd minute. That was converted as well. And at that point, remember, the score was 20-20.
Well, yes. Sorry, you see, I'm getting caught up in it all now.
That's because Rahui's celebrating, and they came good in the 55th minute. A penalty again to Tatu Robinson, but it was a Carlos third with a try, and they 8 minutes to go there, which was simply outstanding. And remember, that gave Shannon the lead in the match, 25-23. And if it wasn't for the kick from the replacement first five, Roach, who came into the match with only 3 minutes to go to secure the lead, if you like, but not the victory, because there was still plenty of time to go in the game.
Absolutely. Well, we saw an absolute seesaw battle, but it just added to another outstanding competition that we've seen in 2020. How have you found your time being with us broadcasting HK Rugby?
Well, it's been outstanding. It just simply has. This edition of the 2020 Horowhenua-Kapiti Rugby Union Ramsbotham Premier Rugby competition has been outstanding. We mentioned at the beginning of the telecast how this COVID has shortened the season and it's compacted it, but it's brought quality from the region. Every match has been outstanding. Every match has been really, really close. None closer than the grand final today.
Well, we've seen outstanding crowds for every game that we've seen in the Ramsbotham Cup today. Unfortunately, with COVID-19 back, we didn't have anybody here at the ground. Do you think that was a difference maker on the day? Did that add to such the tight scoreline that we saw?
Look, I don't think it did. I thought both teams played exceedingly well today. The one thing that I really liked was that composure that both teams had to stick to the game plan from both respective head coaches there. So I actually thought it actually helped them to stay more composed. Sometimes when you've got a big crowd, the emotions boil over because you're drawing from the crowd. So I thought they executed the grand final really, really well today. And no one better than my pick of player of the match today, and that'll go to number 14, Jack Tatu Robinson. He picked up a try today and scored a bunch of points from his boot, and as we know today, there was only 1 point in it. The kicker and his try, I think, were pivotal.
Well, we mentioned Jack Tatu Robinson, our man of the match of the day, but I'd like to put you on the spot there because both teams played so exceptionally well. Who would you pick for both teams if there was a runner-up award?
Well, you know what? There's lots of candidates from Shannon today. They were outstanding. We know Captain Broughton, he was brilliant again with the ball in hand and leading his way. We saw Jackson Tagavaital trying to make his presence heard. Got to take your hat off to Rahui. They kept him quiet for most of the match. I did think Jared Deal at centre was outstanding today with the way he ran the ball and also his defence. He's not a big 13.
No. Well, those are some fantastic names that stood up and played proudly in their jerseys for the 2020 Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final. We're about to get underway for the presentations here at Levin Domain. So we're going to cross over the field for the presentation with the runners-up, Shannon.
Well, Damien, you can see the presentation going on over there, and a gracious speech there from Captain Logan Broughton, congratulating Rahui, commending his team on an outstanding performance, and so he should be proud of his team today.
Yeah, and he should be, but I'm just looking at the bit of the Shannon boys, and I know they've just lost the final, but they should all be holding their head up high there, because Shannon turned up today and played outstanding. The 4th seed putting over Toa last week and then booking their spot in the grand final today, and they took it to Rahui, who went completely undefeated in that season. But hey, it could have been a game of inches in the end.
We see Leon Ellison up there to receive a reward. I guess that's player of the match today. I mean, he was outstanding. He was everywhere, wasn't he?
Leon Ellison was outstanding the whole tournament. When I saw his name on the first team sheet, I had flashbacks of him destroying me playing Norths, and he still got it. That Ellison, it must be in the genes, because the Tamati, Jacob, Leon, all of them exceptional rugby players, and at 31 years old, he's still out there commanding his troops, playing the game like a spring chicken, and playing it with that finesse and that responsibility that he just brings to the game, and that it should be played.
Co-captains now for Rahui, Joel Winterburn, number 8, and Tikinga Manga, the first 5.
He pakanga I wā. Moi o mai tātou me puta mai mō ngā miniti wari te kau. Kia oti pai tēnei ki wina reira. Tēnei te mihi atu kia koutou, ko te manako ko ki mai anō. Ka hoki kaha mai anō hei te rātou. Nā reira, ngā whakamanoa kia koutou. Kia ora. Kia mātou, te kapo Rahui. Oh man, overwhelmed day. An amazing feeling, brothers. Can't help but think of Sam sitting in the hospital bed in Wellington. We did that for him today. You know, he's built this for a couple of years, this culture in our team. It's not something that's just come this year. Him along with his father and their father have really laid the platform for us. So just pay acknowledgement to Hami sitting up there. Hope you got a smile on your face, Matu, because we're going to have a smile for the next 3 days. To our boys, what a grind, what a year. Enjoyable, it's been an honour and a privilege. Probably speaking on behalf of myself and Joel to lead you guys this year, along with all our management. Goes without saying, without you guys, there's no way we could do what we do on the field. So Nathan Kirker, BK, Slade, McCaldy, Ash, Lizzie, all the brothers out there in the back gate, awesome mate. Yeah, let's enjoy the night. I'm here. So yeah, we'll get our players up. The Thing, Hayden Rasmussen. Number 2, Moko Cooper. Number 3, Hayden O'Callaghan. Number 4, Ngaruo Selby Rickett. Number 5, Sam Gibson. Number 6, Khan Doyle Manga. Number 7, Tauriki Peneha. Number 8, Joel Winterburn. Number 9, Leon Ellison. Number 11, Horowhenua-Kapiti Phillips. Number 12, Lanai Osborne. Number 13, Toddy Ediha. Number 14, Jack Tatsusima. Number 15, Levi Kemp. Number 16, Teraiti. Number 17, Josh Hosio. Number 18, Hamish Buick. Number 19, Hori. Number 20, Alizé. Number 21, Kahula. Number 22, Hadley Gardiner. And then we can get our management up as well. Brett Cuddyfoot, Nathan Kirker, McCaldy, Slade Sturmy, and Ash. No way, how brothers.
Damien, as they all head up there to receive their medals, championship medals for Rahui. You've got to take a moment here as they mentioned about, of course, Sam Doyle and their dedication to him this season.
Hurricane number 11, Sam Doyle, will be watching this one from his hospital bed. We're all thinking of you, Sam. Everyone around the region, mate, and awesome to see the boys do it for you this year.
Undefeated season, Rahui, this year. And they saved their best to last 1 point to keep that intact.
Well, I think they wanted to just make it exciting for us, Chopper. They don't want any easy beats coming here today. And, mate, what an absolute outstanding grand final we've just witnessed here. Rahui taking it out by just 1 point over Shannon Rugby Football Club.
Simply outstanding. I got to go over and catch up with a couple of seniors you see in there shaking hands in the blazer. That's ex-president Rex Kerr before the match, and it was great for him to be here today. And also down the bottom there, another stalwart from the club, Ben Doyle. That's the father of here as well for the Rahui club.
Well, there's a lot of smiling boys in there at the moment, and I'm sure their smiles are going to last till probably next season, to be honest with you. A big day from the club from Otaki.
Captain, come forward and receive the Ramsbotham Cup as premier winners for the 2020 season.
Well, Damien, it doesn't get any better than that, does it, mate? It's winning a premiership, winning a championship. Rahui, outstanding. What an amazing haka as well.
Mate, I just got chills. Absolutely love seeing that stuff as we do right around the country with our culture, traditions that we have in grassroots rugby. Mate, it's been an absolute honour to bring you all the action here from Levin Domain for the Ramsbotham Cup Grand Final and the previous 8 weeks. It has been an absolute honour. Thank you, Jason, for joining me. Thank you, Chopper, for joining me in the commentary booth for a couple games this year. It's absolutely been an honour to share another commentary booth with you, mate. Thank you for being part of it. What do you reckon? Should we do this again?
Well, you know what? It was so much fun. Why not do it again? But you know, I want to take a moment to thank you, the viewers, for your participation this year and watching a live stream for the very first time of the Horowhenua-Kapiti Ramsbotham Cup. It was our pleasure to do it, man. We can't wait to do it again. Of course, congratulations to Shannon. What a feat. What a season. What a grand final. Rahui, unbelievable. Undefeated. Again, 2011, 2020, baby, champions.
On the behalf of Oriana TV, Umbrella Multimedia, Beach FM, Claremont, Vika, Rico, Samson, Chopper, and myself, Damien, it's been an absolute honour. We will see you next season for Ramsbotham Cup 2021. You guys have a good summer, enjoy yourselves, and look after yourselves. We'll see you down the road. Thank you for joining us.